Welcome back, everybody. Angel Arts here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition Day Let's Play Blind. We are now in the thick of Valroyo, the capital of Orlais, and things are getting really exciting very quickly because we are getting leads to two of our companions. One, Vivienne, the other one, I have a very good idea of. Again, mostly because of based on the character analysis stuff that I was going over. But for those of you who want to be surprised, I'm not going to say anything. So I'm trying to decide which lead do I want to go to first. A friend of Red Jenny? I think I'm going to go with a friend of Red Jenny first. Get that out of the way so I don't have to keep the secret for as long as possible. You know. Fast travel. I just wish I knew what these fast travel things were for. You know? And why isn't the fast travel for this one here yet? Oh, because that one is in the fast travel thing. So there's a bunch of merchants here. Barnabas.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help.
Okay.
At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
Sure. Tonics, belts. Okay. Accessories. Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't really know if I want to add more stuff in my inventory that I'm just going to end up selling later. There's one merchant there. There's merchants everywhere. Alright, let's go to these two merchants first. Or let's just go to... No, let's go to this merchant first. Reverend Mother. Oh, are you alright, Reverend Mother? Reverend Mother.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That's all this is.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
Yeah.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
I kind of miss the close-up camera when you're having your conversations, because I feel like it's a lot more intimate and I feel more like I'm actually talking to the person instead of this, you know, this is a little... That's the part about these conversations I don't like. I know sometimes they do the close-up face-to-face camera, but it's very rare, and I miss that.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire.
That's what we were hoping.
Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
I'm like, I've been closing rifts all over the hinterlands. What more do you want me to do? Start walking on the water and turning water to wine?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
I would love to see the White Spire. Would love to see it, but I have a feeling it's not going to be part of this story.
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's Will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us?
It's exactly.
Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Again, I have a strong feeling that we're gonna play a large role in selecting the next divine.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
Exactly.
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Alright, fair enough. Is there anything else I can talk to you about?
Leave me be, Survivor. Your presence here is not comforting.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get much help from her anytime soon. Belle? Ooh! Hey, Belle! Where's the beast? And where's your face? Oh. Hey.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
We're going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food.
Nice.
I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition.
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
Alright. Thank you so much.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Fair enough.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven, then.
Nice.
We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
We are totally going to win because now we have a Disney princess in our ranks. I am so excited. One of my favorite Disney
Ever since
princesses.
our divine was murdered,
Chantry has
toothless
just
old
shown
fools are
themselves
lost without her.
helpless.
What
Who
are the
will
Grand
fetch their
Clerics
Templars
doing while the
back,
maid
I
circles
wonder?
lie empty?
I couldn't hear what
The
everyone
Chantry
was
has
saying.
just shown themselves helpless. Who will fetch their Templars back, I wonder?
Our Templars left.
It seems
The
change
Chantry
is on
promised
the
they'd
wane.
defend us.
I wish your leaders well.
Okay, it's having a hard time hearing both of you at once, everybody. The air.
My maker, know my heart.
take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, Maker, where is the comfort? Have you come to scavenge now that the divine lies cold? Whisper your tune against the chant? Leave me. My emptiness will not be borne by you. Maker, show me the light.
I'm really enjoying the fact that my race is definitely mattering. The way that people see me as a Qunari, and I was expecting that too, because when I played an elf, which is my very first character, was a female elf. It was just really cool being in a position where you really are the underdog and people really don't expect much out of you, or worse, fear you. In this case, the Qunari, they fear you, or have these preconceived notions and automatically assume because you are Tal Bashar that you are of the Qunari religion. And I'm trying to figure out how... I think it's Art is in a place in his life where he has heard everything countless of times up to this point, and it just doesn't really bother him anymore. He's come to expect it, and he's just learned to, like, keep a thick skin and just not let it dictate who he is and how he treats other people. I think he's, as a very spiritual Qunari, he's come to terms with that, and he's come to terms that he's gonna have to earn people's trust, and will have to spend longer and work harder than most other people. Well, by most other people I mean humans and dwarves. Probably mean not necessarily elves, but he has to really work harder to gain people's trust, and he's used to that. He's just used to it by now, so it doesn't really bother him. He doesn't really get all that bent out of shape or angry about it, because it's not worth it he just feels like it's not worth it at this point. It's just petty, and he's just gonna move on and deal with someone who is gonna accept him for what he is and who he is.
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I do.
Fair enough. Where can I buy stuff?
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it.
Life Taker staff. Oh my. Oh my. I have to be level 13. I'm gonna have to remember this. Seeker Shield. Chanter Armor. I mean, there isn't anything I specifically... We've got so many things out in the field, and I really feel like we'll be able to get stronger things by just crafting them. So I'm just gonna browse, but I'll remember that there's a level 13 staff in there. Pierre Marie.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry, and especially the mages. Just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
With his hat and his mask, I swear, he looks like one of the aliens from Star Wars. A Star Wars alien. He looks like, almost like a brown Twi'lek with the tentacles chopped off. I don't know, that's kind of dark, but that was the first thing that I thought. I'm sorry, I'm just sharing. Keeper Lightning Staff. I really like my Ralph of Lovias, though. It's a very rare weapon. Okay. Just browsing. Let's see if there's anyone else in this square that I can chat with. City guard? Probably nothing.
I know what you are.
Easy for you to say. You have mercenaries.
Yes, it is easy for me to say.
What about the rest of us? We need Templar protection.
That certainly is a conundrum.
Smug tit.
Okay, Barnabas, I've already spoken to. Alright, so... let's go this way. I want to go up this way in the center. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for propriety and the general dressing of the bazaar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against mage, not just the loss of our most holy and the best of our leaders. We are suffering all three, as the sky is wounded for all to see. We all know our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notation, I ask that the writs of losses and missing remain, that the citizens, however, indirectly be allowed to post their griefs of known dead and the names of hopefully living, and with them their criticisms of how they have been told or not told. For a while I have no doubt we as Orlesians will maintain our utmost composure. There must be release, there must be grief, there must be mourning. If we do not allow this simple expression, we risk a greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved a means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this day, this time, we must let the simple expression stand. Written by Captain Albion, Orlesian Guard, Summer Bazaar. It's pretty well written. Yeah, one thing about the setup of this story, of this plot, is that it can't be a coincidence why all of these major conflicts are happening when the rifts started appearing. You know, because you've had the Civil War right now going on Orlais, you've got the Mage Templar conflict, you've got who knows what the Grey Wardens are doing. The Grey Wardens are up to something. They've been up to something since Kirkwall. And have been sort of MIA, missing in action lately. All of these things are happening all at once, and then bam, the rift and the fate opens. It almost seems like somebody planned this from the beginning. Somebody somehow got the ball rolling and orchestrated this. I don't know, it's conspiracy, it's a conspiracy theory, but it's just, everything was just was happening at the wrong place at the wrong time, and the only thing that happened at the right place at the right time, supposedly, is Art being at the Conclave. But anyway, let's continue checking things out. This door doesn't open. This is gorgeous. Beautiful in Orlais. It's hard to even tell that there's stuff going on around the world, or heck, that the game, as ugly as it is happening amongst the people. Master Leon. Wow.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Oh wow, this is gorgeous. Oh, fantastic. Mirror de la Mer reveals folly. Mirror de la Mer was cut from Val Royal in 849 Blessed. It was the will of the mad Emperor Reveal, who demanded a reflecting pool large enough to draw his vain deceased mother back across the Vale. Many shops and vendors were evicted to make room for his folly, and several memorials to the heroes of the first 4 Blights were simply toppled. The reservoir supports little in the way of life, as the bottom was lined with lead to increase its reflective properties. Reveal intended it for divination, using boats as massive planchettes, but work was not finished until the week of his own death. The waters see little use today, save for lazy or fornication, sojourns by the nobility of broad, decorative gondolas, excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium A. Bard. Decoration over practicality, decoration over utility. That's Orlais for you. Oh, a red handkerchief? Favors for friends. A red handkerchief folded around the key, with a small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Harold. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Right? It's one clue. Whoa! The examination I leveled just by examining something. Reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors, floating, taste is off. Water birds die off. Restocking failed. Fish not fit. Do not consume. Wow, those fish are they just gonna leave these fish behind? To stink up Orlais? Ugh, the horror. Okay. Art, what do we got? Alright. Absorb energy bleeding. and helps them recover mana armor quickly. Dispelling magic inside a stick increases your own spell's damage and barrier generation for a brief duration. Ooh, I kind of like that. Each enemy struck with the Mind Blast increases your protective barrier as you turn their pain into your power. The barrier provides an additional health bar that... Okay. That's interesting. I'm wondering if I should start dabbling in other spells soon, though. If I do, I'm not really sure which one I want to dabble in. Well, here, for right now, transmute magic seems pretty cool. Although, recover mana or stamina more quickly. When your allies have an active barrier, the beneficial energy invigorates them and helps them recover mana and stamina more quickly. Mana regeneration 35%. That's pretty awesome, though. Yeah, let's do that. I find that to be particularly useful. Okay. Yeah, I know. Exit. Let's merchant over there. We've got stairs. Were there other stairs? Oh, yeah. I wasn't sure if there was anything else. No, there's nothing else. Okay. Alright. Time to explore the rest of Orlais. Makes me think of Gwenail from my Dragon Age RPG campaign. Wonder if he would be around here.
The Templars left us to the Mercies.
You must admit that new leadership would be
Le Pomme
refreshing.
via Ert Mort. The apple nearest the cafe are said to change their taste depending on whether one is walking toward or away from the gallows. And of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart, and no meal is favored after tears. But dare it anyway, for none know the taste of joy, such as we do, not shy from experience.
I admit nothing of the sort. Empress Celine is a fine leader.
You only say such because you've navigated her game unscathed.
What other measure would I use? That is Orlais.
After reading The Mask of the Empire, I hope that we get to meet Empress
Those
Celine.
who oppose thee shall know the wrath of heaven.
Thank you.
Field and forest shall burn. The sea shall rise and devour them.
The wind shall tear their nations from the face of the earth. Lightning shall rain down from the sky. They shall cry out to their false gods and find silence.
Is that chanting? Ooh. Sounds like something from the Book of Revelations. De la Masse du Lion, or Lion. We cheered when honored was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was the first a knight, her ken and kind have always fought. From a plaque with the dedication Le Mas du Lion, sponsored by Princess Corinne's first cavalry, for those we stood beside.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders.
Woo!
This has been received as you might expect.
Pleasure.
Yay, Cullen. Ooh, a dragon. The head of Madame Snappy Snips. Madame Snappy Snips. Mascot of Le Mas du Lion. Lion. Named in jest but genuinely respected, the Grand Man, and she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Cohen, the previous owner of the cafe. Really? A spirited hunter, Koenig came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Navarran dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed we had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and that the specimens of his day were young despite their ferocity. It is a cruel victory, but today we know Sir Koenig to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, travel worry. What we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their sibling far behind, excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium, a bard. Wow, that head is not as large as the Archdemon head, I'm sure. Archdemon is huge. Ooh, more songs! Not of heroes, Maphareth and sacrifice. Andraste, our lady, the sword in the fire against Tevinter. Betrayed to the Empire in exchange for a kingdom. Maphareth, now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won, and if not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of faith pierced the imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. And as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against the true Imperium, and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste, the inspiration, may not have been considered such, but Maphareth, the general, fought for homelands, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Maphareth made the deal that killed Our Lady, that is fact, and when Andraste died, Maphareth was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold, this must have seemed. Let us look on Maphareth and the legacy he divided among his sons, not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration, for he must have known that mere rivals had never stopped Tevinter. What if he set about creating peers, and none of this was accident? How then fared Izorath, Evrion, and Varalj? Excerpted from the history of a history not of heroes, reading in the ugly heart of change, collected by Philium a Bard. Thank you for that song, speaking of which. Another red handkerchief. Favors for friends, a different simple script on the back of the stable report, marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Harold enter third passage, could not stay to see them exit. The summer home of Mézère Gloves, a plaque reads, a seasonal home for the childhood pet of the twin sons of Empress Yvette. The nature of Mézère Gloves remains unknown, save that he was a gift from Ravani ambassador, and he was eventually released to the sea after taking the hand of a sluggish page.
Did you hear? The elder Montillier daughter has thrown her lot in with this wonderful Inquisition.
Ooh, Montillier.
Religious fanatics. Sad. I foresee the end of a promising diplomatic career.
Promising, you jester. She was going nowhere with that stain of exile and poverty on her name.
Hey.
I hear she managed to end the feud between the houses of Leonardo and Salvatrice.
Antevans, no one cares.
Wow. Were you talking schmack about Josephine? I don't know if I like that.
Salutations.
Salutations. We have one more Friends of Red Jenny item. Ooh, here we go. The Lover's Alcove. Every district has one, at least one. And the question must be, why is a place meant for dalliance declared in such an obvious way? And the answer, of course, is that obviousness is the entirety of the point. When manners and stations will not allow impassioned words, such corners are places to be seen, not being seen. Entering with a paramour is as much a declaration as singing out in joy, which one of good standing must never do. The alcove is thus a dignified means of announcing a romantic affiliation either for genuine partnership, or to appear as such in order to spare a suitor a refusal. Dignity, of course, requiring that one does not also make use of the darkness for actual physical gratification. This has, of course, never occurred. From Our Orlesian Heart by formerly Sister Laudine. Nice. Her Majesty's Convenience. A plaque reads, for Her Majesty's convenience, wood and vines defy the very sun and rain.
I don't know.
Not of heroes, the death of diversity. What could hold back an empire? Another. What could hold back so defined as people as Tevinter? Another. Let us consider if eldest Izorath was not meant to honor Maphareth, for the father's fate was already condemned by hidden betrayal. Let us consider that Izorath was told to turn from ties to Maphareth to look forward, not back. What of his actions then? Izorath was granted a land of tribes, of scattered alliance. His answer was the grand unification, which most condemned as arrogance. Sweeping changes in trade, relocations to break local allegiances, all to favor centralized trade and power. Cities were leveled to expand the new capital, a powerful and influential city of a new nation, Val Royal of Arlay, and all in the name of not Los Andraste, but of holding back looming Tevinter. Power was united, but cultures less so. Investing everyone in the new Orlais stratified the classes, and through it all spread a bitterness that a Ferelden ruled. Isarath avoided the stain of his father, for he was seen as a victim too, but he was still Alamari. What if, dear readers, the final unifying element came not from accident, or even the deliberate actions of Isarath, but from a common hatred, and not the common hatred of the day? The sons of Mafrat would succeed at creating a peer for Tevinter, but only at the cost of themselves. Excerpted from A History of Not-So-Heroes, Readings in the Ugly Heart of Change. Sister Antoinette.
What? Yes, I'm sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Okay.
Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Fair enough. Victory and Shade. A plaque reads, "Here grows one of many strange trophies returned from the liberation of Kirkwall. In 760 Storm, where brave Orlesian forces turned back the unstoppable Conari, a cutting salvaged from a burning dreadnought was presented to Emperor Cyril, and it was tended to full growth by careful hands of Val Royal's master landscapes." Interesting. Open. Another merchant. Hello?
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here, and Val Royal can be traditional.
I understand, sir. Where exactly can I buy? Oh, right over there. Oh, schematic. Spiked longbow, jagged battle axe, darkspawn alpha shield. My gosh, 1010? Tier 2 shield in the schematic. Magister staff, dwarven maul. Tier 2 schematic. Dwarven maul. Sacrificial dagger, long-bearded axe, thrusting longsword. Apostate staff blade. Interesting. 7,000. Maybe I'll get the Magister staff and the Apostate staff blade. So I'll get stuff for my own. Two-handed grip schematic. Two-handed tier 2. Tier 1. Yeah, and then Orlesian, sturdy Vanguard coat, sturdy Enchanter coat, light armor schematic. Hunter, Enchanter coat. Ooh. Warden helmet, Vanguard coat, Hunter coat, Enchanter mail legs. Enchanter coat arms. Ooh. Elven cowl, tier 2 mage gear schematic. I'll grab that. Tier 2 light armor arms schematic. Tier 2 light armor leg schematic. Hunter. Vanguard. Vanguard warden. Enchanter. Enchanter coat. Sturdy Enchanter coat. Sturdy Hunter coat. Sturdy... Sturdy Enchanter. I'll get the Sturdy Enchanter coat. There we go. Used up a lot. I bought a lot of stuff. Okay. I think that's fine for now. Okay, schematics, good. I think this is a good time for us to end this, folks. Thanks for watching this episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. Tune in next time, everybody, and until then, love yourselves, love each other.